Hey guys, I've never seen a better example of how to show you the relationship between domain rating and keyword difficulty in a hurry. Okay, let's take a look at this. They're a Corvette promotional apparel company. Fans of Corvettes, you know, they got catalogs for their clothing, die-casts, watches, things like that, right? So it's promotional apparel and stuff like that. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at their domain rating versus 27. Keep the number in mind. It took a whole whopping 168 websites to get it, but hey, all right, they got it. So 27, keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to walk in here and take a look. There's the same 168 domains for a domain rating of 27. Okay, just kind of like giving you instant recall here. And so they are ranking for 1,600 keywords with traffic of only 1,300. And you're thinking, well, how come? I mean, it's a keyword, right? Don't many people come to it? That's because they only have 104 keywords in the top 3, okay? And then some more on the front page, some more on the second page, and so on. Let me show you exactly how that looks. I came down and looked. Their graph's pretty flat over the course of a long period of time, so they're not in a growth stage at all. They're just kind of floating evenly, right? So these numbers aren't going to go very much up or down. All right, that's cool. That tells me that they're steady where they are. Great. Let me take a look at what I can offer them. Well, let's first see where they're at. Okay, top 1 to 3, they got about 100 domains there, or 100 keywords they're in the top 3 for. And then from positions 4 to 10, they're in the top, well, they're in positions 4 to 10 for 127 keywords. It's like 233, right? 230 keywords on the front page. Okay, and if I go looking, I mean, you can tell by the lines here, it's been steady for quite a while, right? This is kind of like where they're at. And before that, they were even worse, okay? So they're steady at these numbers, all right? So they only got like 233 on the front page. Heck, they got another 256 on page 2. So if they could get the keywords from page 2 to page 1, they doubled their exposure. Maybe they double or triple their revenue. It depends on which keywords and how much profit there is. But you get the point, right? They'd make a lot more money if they could get some of those things up from positions 11 to 20 up onto page 10, right? Now, I want to take a look at this. These are those keywords, the organic keywords for which they're showing up. I've got it sorted by the traffic they get from those keywords. So like Corvette watch, Corvette watches, they are in the top position, number 1 position, which we can see if we look. So if we go here, Corvette watch, okay, these are the ads, right below the ads. There they are, right here, Corvette collection, that's them, okay? Number 1 spot for Corvette watch. And you can bet Corvette watches too, that's the whole point. Now, how many people search for Corvette watch by the month? About 600. They're getting about 280. That makes sense, especially because watches are very specific items. I mean, you're going to look really close at a lot of watches before you decide where you're going to put your money, right? So watches, you know, if they're getting that kind of hit, they're doing pretty well. And so anyway, just keep it in mind. So where they're on, you know, the front page for things, there's however much traffic they can get. And sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's little. It just depends on what's going on there for the keywords and so on, right? Here's the point I want to make, and this is clear, okay? Keyword difficulty, 0s, 3s, 16s, you know, by the time you get to 33, you know, it's very specifically their company name, CorvetteCollection.com, okay? Aside from that, you keep going. You know, most of this is really low keyword difficulty, right? But it's pages. That's the point I want to make right now. It's 16 pages deep. So let's filter the results. I want to see where they are getting traffic for keyword difficulty that's higher than, let's say, 30. That's my point. Remember this? Domain rating at 27. I'll bet that because this company's been around a long time, you know, they've probably settled in. Let's try 0 to 30. Okay, how many keywords is that going to be out of their like 1555 it's showing me right now? Okay, I just want to know. So if we take it to that notch, what do we get? 0 keywords, and I have no idea why. Let me pause for a second here. Okay, just had to refresh the page. Anyway, here we go. Take a look at this. 1,450 keywords fit within that realm of their keyword difficulty. You know what that goes to tell me? Most of their keywords can only show up because it's specifically within the range of what they can handle. Okay, so we're not seeing more. And so they're in the top 100 for that stack. Some in the top 10, some in the next 10 down, right? Now, they're getting however much traffic here, okay? Now, let's say they're getting at least traffic of like 5 visitors a month. Okay, now how many keywords are we going to have out of the 1450? Okay, 41. See how that number dropped like a rock? Okay, so their traffic is somewhere 5 or higher, okay, on those keywords that are within the 0 to 30 range. What if we go higher? I want to see like how well they're doing compared. Let's take this up. Let's go 31 to 40. Okay? Theoretically, shouldn't be many, should it? Their domain rating's 27. Let's see where we're at now with real traffic. You know why I say traffic? Because either they're on the front page out of the 100 stack, or they're, close enough that they're getting residual like longer tail keyword combinations. How are they doing there? What? CorvetteCollection.com. Okay? They're in the first position only because of that. Do you see what I mean? And for the fun of it, let's do one last check. Let's go higher than that. Let's just see if they show up for anything more. Okay? 41 and up. I'm not even going to cap it. Okay. One keyword. Corvette online store. 150 volume. Keyword difficulty of 56. They get a traffic of 6 out of the 150 because they are in position 8. Do you know what I would offer these guys? And this is a lesson for all you guys that are following in our footsteps. You want to grab access to some or many of our tools and you want to actually take off and make yourself a living. How would you set yourself up for a residual payment that's perfectly fair, that's perfectly sensible, that will do them so much good that they're happy as the blue blazes paying for it? Let me show you what you would do. Like, what would a marketer do at this point for helping people rank higher in organics? I'll tell you. I would go like this. Keyword difficulty anywhere from 11 to 20, right? Those are the ones that are approaching the front page but not there, right? Ooh, let's even take the traffic off. Oh, I don't need traffic for those guys. Show results, yeah. I just need to know what keywords they're on, okay? Take a look. There are 40 keywords. This is the keyword, that is a page it points at. This is the keyword, that's the page it points at, and so on all the way down, right? Most of these, keyword difficulty is totally fair. It's within their realm. It's like, 12, 17, 19, 20, 15, 11, that kind of thing, 18. This is totally in the range of their 27. Nobody has to focus on driving their rating up higher to get them on the front page for these keywords. You know what we should do? We should create exact backlinks from this keyword to that page on good websites, okay? And that is the kind of thing that we naturally do really well. And that's the final point I want to make right now. It took them 168 websites to get a domain rating of 27. These are weak, right? These backlinks are weak. What did you see from us the one time? I just want to point it out really quick because it matters. Yeah, that one right there. And I want to point out website installer. Okay. I want to point this out. It's a 75. No, that doesn't mean 3 times better. That the higher you climb, the harder it gets. It's a logarithmic scale. I really don't know how much better this is than a 27, but it's way, way up there, whatever that means. It could be 300 times better. I do know this. We only needed 74 websites to get to a domain rating of 75, and we created most or all of these on our own. You know what that means? Our websites are amazing, okay? Our websites are powerful. They're right. They're the way Google wants to see them. So if I was offering these guys anything, I'd offer them maybe $500 a month to do what? To just take us their keywords. They're 40 here. And just start creating proper backlinks from our backlinking network websites into their pages so that these things can get up on the front page. And instead of getting zero traffic for literally all of it, they can have their share of the actual traffic that's pouring through all those pages. So by the time they would pay us and be done with it, they're going to organically sit a lot higher, okay? And the reason that that's going to be good for them is it'll last a while. You know why? Because first of all, our links are great. Our websites are great. And second of all, these keyword difficulties are not that hard. They're not that competitive. So other guys in their industry are not directly targeting them. They may just not have any idea how, right? So they're not very good at it, which means if I take this guy, I can easily wipe the competitor's floor. I can wipe them, mop them up. By getting these guys up there. And so they're going to have a lot of hang time for the sales that get generated. So if I were to wrap it up and try to make an obvious point out of this, add up all the volume, how much do you get? I'm not really sure. I didn't count. There has to be a chunk here. Heck, this word alone is 400 volume, and it's a keyword difficulty of 11, right? 200, keyword difficulty of 18, right? That kind of thing. Now, granted, these are low positions, but the fact of the matter is I'm going to expand into more keywords as they get excited. As a matter of fact, as I start to improve some keywords, Google's going to see how well that's working in the relationships and start to bring a bunch of their other relevant keywords into the mix. Okay, Google knows what's related to those keywords the whole way through. But as I do this, I can keep tacking it on because they're going to be happy as the blue blazes. What if they get their share of the volume? Okay. And even if we just start with that 11 to 20, okay, I want to be clear about this thing, okay? So we've got keyword difficulty, 11 to 20. Oh, keyword difficulty even, show results. I want positions 11 to 20 right now. I was saying keyword difficulty 11 to 20, wasn't I? Ha, okay, position 11 to 20. They got 253 keywords, and that makes sense. I remember now the graph on the front page, right? Look at these keyword difficulties. Most of these are very, very low. That's why they're green. Zeros and threes and ones and twos and stuff. Look at that. Most of these are in the green for sure. Okay? So you know what's funny? So even if I do keyword difficulty up to like, let's say 30 is what I can get for them. Okay? Position 11 to 20, keyword difficulty up to 30. We got 243 keywords. Yeah, wow. 243, I guess. And here's the coolest thing about it. All of these things are basically within their reach. And they're getting some traffic, right? But I'm going to get them so much more than they're getting right now. They're getting so little, okay? And so if you add up their share of the volume, and you just think we're going to add like maybe 2,000 more searches per month that are direct, right? The direct keyword, C7 Corvette shirt, to the direct C7 collection of the clothing, right? The direct Corvette mug to the direct drinkware coolers accessories page. I mean, these are matches made in heaven, and they're handed to me on a silver platter. I don't have to go find them. This is the right keyword. This is the right page to point it to, and they are close to the front page. So my efforts to backlink them by using these keywords to point at these pages will work. It'll shove them up onto the front page. I just need to create a few backlinks. You know, a handful of domains with some domain rating that I have and point them across. And guess what? That's going to make these things jump up. I get to save the befores, and I will come right back through this list of exactly these keywords. I'll save them. I'll come back later and look them up again. Anything above position 11 to 20 that got into 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, like I said, I can see that, okay? And so we're going to see how well we're doing month by month as we do it. And they have lots of keywords they're ranking for, a lot more they could potentially rank for. They are so going to want to keep this up. Okay, I think that makes sense to you, right? It's so easy for us to create simple models like this with our tools, and our websites are so good that if you just start using them and start offering your services like this, you can do this kind of thing. You know how many companies are like this? All of them. Big, small, and in between. Go do a search for anything on Google. Open anything organic, for what looks like a reasonable sized company. And then, like any other promotional apparel company, you can start with that. But any company, like we talk about landscaping, you can create direct backlinks into their websites and make them stronger for those keywords and make them rise. And you can literally charge them for getting anything off page 2 to page 1, or they just pay you for that overall improvement. You'll send them a report every month. So once every 2 weeks, I'm going to come back through and take a snapshot and see how we're doing and what else I can do. Stupid simple, right? Very easy way to make a living. All you guys who are going to Website Installer, website-installer.com, you can buy templates. We have templates here. You can buy any one of these. Or if you go to the homepage, I want to point this out because I know we need to do more with the navigation here to make this clear. Those are called new templates. It became a category, new releases, right? Well, there's also the XFOG templates. And, just look at some of them. You can view the live demo on any of these things. Live demo. Check them out. And then if you want to get the details and see about buying it, just click Get Details and see it, and you can buy it. You can get on the monthly. You can get on the annual. Okay, the annual's cheaper, but either way you go, you're good to go. If you get on the annual, I will give you a list of queries that are awesome, that are going to make your life simple so you don't have to think them up, okay? Those queries come as a bonus with buying on the annual, but if you do that, I'm going to make it possible for you to actually buy expired domains almost today. I mean, I got a couple of videos to put out yet. You'll be able to buy the domains, put them on the websites, and you'll be able to create the websites in literally no time at all, with pages. That makes sense. And you can go out and take some of these companies and do some befores and start driving up their rank to show the afters, and immediately having the before and after means that you've put yourself in business. You show those before and afters of what you did using your websites to anyone out there, and they're going to pay you. They're going to pay you $300 a month, $500 a month. They could pay you more, especially if they have more sites they want you to work on in parallel or a franchise. But just work your way up the ladder. Fact of the matter is, it's so easy to line up SEO clients like this and make yourself a living without even having to work hard. The work looks hard to the uninitiated, but you are literally making really good money. $100 an hour, $125 an hour, $150 an hour, could be a lot more. Okay, if you're doing $300 a month, you would do, let's say, 2 hours, one every other week, of actual work. Once every other week for 1 hour, you're going to go in, check the results, create some more backlinking, hit go, and walk away. That's how you earn your money. That's not bad. You can do that with a handful of clients, right? You can build them up because they can afford to pay you, and you can make huge things happen for them because you understand the stuff I'm showing you here, and the idea that you can choose what to drive up because it's within their domain rating range, and you're giving them some extra oomph with your domain rating websites. They can be a 27. You can have bought an expired domain that has a domain rating of 6, and you can create a bunch of keywords on here that point to these pages in the contents that you make on that website, and guess what you just did with that domain rating of 6? You've driven a bunch of these off of page 2 onto page 1 because it's enough extra oomph to qualify organic or algorithmically to get on the front page. Do you get it? And you can keep doing more. And anytime you show that kind of results to the company, right? And I like Ahrefs for its ability to track this stuff in real time and allow us to generate reports. Okay, this is huge. It is so huge. We're using all of this that we've been learning and doing towards what we're doing with the Website Flipping Club, which is massively valuable. For you guys with lesser budgets and or you want to do this on your own, being able to set up on some websites and get some of our tools and go after this stuff on your own means you can put yourself in business and you can work from home. And you're just doing this and it's huge value add to the companies you do it for. We have great websites. These are primarily ours, pointing at us, and it gets like a 1-to-1 ratio on a domain rating all the way up to a 75 means that we're doing something right. Okay, so if you start doing what we're doing, and we're teaching you how to get the expired domains in the right way, I've got another video coming out very soon here about that. You're going to be able to choose expired domains in a very smart way and start picking up templates on the monthly. And here's what I would say too. For those of you who are trying to create a cluster of sites and you want the queries, you can get one website off Website Installer where you pay by the year, and then you could get 1, 2, 3 more, whatever it is you want, where you pay by the month. Because now that you got the queries, you can apply them to all the websites. But that's just a way of leveraging so that you can get more websites in operation faster. Okay? There's a lot of stuff coming out, and this is stuff you can do with us or on your own. It's really huge how much power there is in what we've got going on right now. All right, watch the videos. Anytime you want, come and get yourself a website. Maybe watch the other video first if you don't know how to buy expired domains so that you can see what domains you want to get. And once you get them, you'll have them instantly the way we teach you how to get these. Then you can turn around and use them, point the name servers, and pick up your website of choice. Okay? It won't take you long at all. And you'll get it, and then we'll go ahead and set you up. These are the name servers right down here. And we'll set, and you can use your existing domain name. Okay? And you'll be set up in minutes. And you'll be able to start creating pages. You'll be done and have a live website in like an hour if you know anything about how our software works. If not, it's intuitive, it's quick. We got videos on all of it. There are training videos here. I got more videos coming out. Many of these are older. Many of these are newer, but we even started talking about the AI stuff when we started doing it. So you can come in here and see how to do this stuff really, really fast. And we have even more tools I got to put in here. So you've already got access to it just by getting set up. Okay, these are things you want, guys, really. And this is a great way to build up build up residual income on the side. Okay? All right, talk to you soon.